What's up, worthwhilers? Chip Cashy back at you. It is Sunday, which means I'm heading out for my long run of the week. We're still building up the training for the Melbourne Half Marathon. Fingers crossed it still happens in December. I took the opportunity to warm up by getting down to the market and re-up on my coffee, because if you know the QVM is closed on Monday, you don't want to get caught out running out of coffee on Monday and not be able to go to the market and get that. So planning ahead, people, planning ahead. I'm about to get after it. I've got some fuel here, which I'll be taking with me on my run. I got the playlist ready. When I get back, I'll talk a little bit more about the supplements that I've been taking. Just had a few changes in that area recently, so I'll go through that in a bit more detail. But first, let's clock these Ks. It's 10, 10, 10 for the Melbourne Mara, but we're gonna go a little bit more than 10 today. We'll probably be up around 15 plus. So back soon and we'll talk a bit more about the supplements. All right, back from the run. It was so beautiful out there. The spring weather, when it's just right, is just, you can't beat it. It's better than summer. It's obviously a bit nicer than winter, a lot nicer. But yeah, put in a solid 16 Ks, and then on the way back, I hit a 3K cool down. Absolutely cooked at the moment, but in a good way. Sat down and caught a few rays while I was stretching too, so it was nice out there on the banks of the Yarra River. Gonna hit up a feed and a shower, and then we'll have a little chat about these supplements. Worthwhilers, I am fed and showered and relaxing now. Let's have a chat about the supplements that I'm taking. We'll start off with a disclaimer, and that is that supplements, as the word suggests, are exactly that. They're supplements. You really should be getting the majority of all of these sorts of things from your diet, your food that you're consuming, aside from this stuff. You know, these other products are essentially just there to boost that majority, so you get that extra little bit of benefit, that maximum return on your investment in your health and well-being. The first one that we're going to talk about is protein powder. So currently I'm using plant-based protein powders. I'm trying a few different kinds. You would have seen in my other video that I've been using this Blessed. I've got a couple of flavors here, banana bread and chopped coconut. I even mix them together. I've tried a few flavors of this brand as well. I don't really like the flavors so much. It's I don't want to diss them, but you know, you can see that. Yeah, I just really don't like the flavors as much as the Blessed flavors. And mainly, you know, a lot of people will just put protein powders in a shake. Previously, I was taking whey protein isolate, which is pretty much considered the most effective protein supplement to take. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the plant protein. It's basically just as effective. I really am enjoying the plant proteins. Now, most people will put a protein powder just in water or like milk or something, and they'll just have it in a shake. I'm not really into that so much. I prefer to put it into meals. If you saw my last video, if you saw one of my previous videos, which was about protein oats, that's where I'm loving it. And I also make a lot of smoothies with protein powder in them. There's going to be an awesome protein smoothie episode coming up very soon, so watch out for that one. The protein that I'm getting is coming from the foods that I eat, and then this stuff, like I keep saying, is just that extra boost. Or on a day where you don't really get that much protein in, so you've been super busy, you haven't had the normal sort of meals, you know, have an extra serving of the protein powder. That's really what it's designed for as a boost. Alright, so the next one is the creatine monohydrate. Basically it promotes muscle growth. You know, it's pretty well documented that there are certain people that get a better muscle uptake with creatine than others. I've just been trying it out the last couple of months. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of positive results from it, so I'm going to keep it going and just see what happens. The next one is the super greens. Now there's a whole lot of different brands obviously of all this stuff. So greens are a whole bunch of nutrients, vitamins, minerals. It's got a lot of good digestive qualities. I'll keep saying this, your diet really needs to provide the majority of all the nutrients that you're getting, but something like this can really just boost that further. It's going to keep your gut in good stead, most likely. Next one on the list is a multivitamin. They call it a men's multi. I'm sure the women's multi is just as good for you. It's all just marketing, most likely. A whole lot of vitamins in there. Now, a lot of people will actually take B vitamin supplements. So I've just been reading up about this stuff just to try and educate myself and get an understanding of what I want to try and what I don't want to bother with. The reason I went with the multi is it actually includes all of the B vitamins that you would get in a B vitamin supplement, plus a whole lot of other stuff as well. So I'm taking that once a day, and then with that I'm also taking a fish oil tablet. Now this is a triple strength omega-3 concentrate. Quite a lot of variants in the fish oils, so have a bit of a read up about that as well for yourself, and you can see which ones you might want to go for. But for me, the reason I chose to start taking a fish oil tablet was that about 6 months ago I stopped eating fish. I was eating salmon pretty much twice a week, really enjoying it too, but I watched a couple of docos that just really put me off. What fish oil is known for is its omega-3 fatty acids, the benefits of which are well documented. Heart health. They are a good anti-inflammatory, which is probably the reason I decided to try it. As a runner, I had found that my recovery wasn't going as well in the months between when I stopped eating fish and I started these fish oil tablets. So I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of a placebo effect, but what I've definitely noticed is that since I've started taking the fish oil, I'm pulling up way better from my running. I do other things as part of my recovery, but I really did notice a drop off in my recovery when I'd stopped eating fish, and it's come back since I started taking the fish oil tablets. But yeah, the omega-3 fatty acids is something that your body produces a lot of great things for you, but that's not one of them. So if you're not eating fish, fish oil tablets are a great source of that omega-3 fatty acids. And then the other thing is the reason I got put off the salmon was just the farming, the way it's done. They also, they dye the flesh of the fish to make it look that color, and if you watched a doco about everything, you'd probably not want to eat anything. It's kind of like that, but that's what put me off. And what I've read about the fish oil is that it's actually sourced in a more sustainable way that has less of an impact on the environment. They're much smaller fish that they get it from, and they're caught in the wild rather than farmed. Mainly the recovery, and I'm feeling that my joints and everything just feel so much better. My legs are just ready to run sooner, attributing that to the fish oil that is giving me those omega-3s that I'd stopped getting from eating fish. And now, lastly on the supplement list is just the sort of fuel that I will take on my long runs. Obviously anything under 12 Ks, I wouldn't take any of this sort of stuff with me, but I've got two things. One is these energy gels. So if I'm running 15 Ks plus, I'll take a couple of these with me. There's a whole lot of different brands of these energy gels. I've landed on this Coda brand. Some of the other brands are really sugary and sweet. I mean, there is a bit of sugar in these, but some are much sweeter than others. But these will give you a good little boost of carbs and energy during a run. If I'm doing a half marathon, I'll probably consume 2 of these, and then I also take with me a protein bar. If I'm really feeling hungry on a long run, I'll eat this midway through to get a little bit of an energy boost. They've got protein in them, obviously, as the name suggests, a little bit of a sugar kick as well. And then the other time that I'll eat one of these is if I'm just having a crappy day and I feel like eating a chocolate bar, essentially, which I wouldn't normally do. This is probably it. Like, this feels to me like a chocolate bar. Essentially it is. It's 124 calories, this bar. I'm guessing a Mars bar's probably got more than that, or a Snickers, but anyway. Sometimes it's just for your mental health, that's good. So that's it. That's all the supplements that I'm taking at the moment. Of course, there'll always be changes, tweaks, experiments, whatever you want to call it. I like to mix it up. I don't marry any particular regime. I'm always willing to try new things, change things up, depending on how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. So that'll be it for the Worthwhile for today. So thanks for joining me. Hit the like button, subscribe. We'll be back with more episodes of the Worthwhile very soon. Chip Casual, I'm out. Peace.